want to talk to you about a couple guys.
Okay.
First off, Vic.
Yeah, Vic.
When you see him, do you see like a reflection of yourself?
You know, I like to say I see a reflection, but to be honest, I'm pushing him to be better than me. You know what I mean? And that's what I want from him. I'm gonna push the best out of him, and he has some skill sets that and a lot of people don't have. And especially at that size, he plays like he's 180. He plays with a lot of heart, and he's not afraid to get down there and get dirty. So and that's what I like to see from him. And me go.
No, you say that you want to push him to be better than you. I mean, that's a pretty high bar you set.
I mean, I guess Marcus did the same thing with me, and so I'm pushing to be better than him. But you always want to take that guy underneath you and make him better than you. He's like a little brother, so you will want your little brother to be better than you. So and that's what I see him as, a little brother.
And he has said that he just tries to pick your brain as much as possible. And everybody say, hey, Victor's always next to Brandin.
Yeah,
always by his side.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I get back to the dorms about 10:30. He'd come in my room, study some plays, and it go past our curfew just a little bit, but the coach don't care, obviously, because we studying plays. And his thing is he'd come in there, and I'm not gonna let him off the hook. If he get one wrong, he has to give me some push-ups right there on the spot. And so he get a couple wrong sometimes, so I make him drop down, give him 5. But and then the next day he'll try to quiz me or something like that with a new play set. But that's what it's all about, just making him better. And you can tell you want it. He's hungry.
And he says the push-ups are tied now.
Don't let him fool you now. The push-ups tied because if you get him right, then I do push-ups. So it's not like I'm getting the plays wrong. But if you get it right, then I'm not gonna take it easy on myself. I'm gonna hit the push-ups. But if you get him wrong, the push-ups is on him.
Now, you're a guy who came in and produced right away as a true freshman. Do you see Vic as a guy who can do the same thing?
Definitely, most definitely. In the receiving core, but when that kid got the ball in his hand, he's pretty special. So the special teams, he's gonna come along with that. I feel like I feel like he can produce early for us.
One quick one on the wide receiver before I switch gears a little bit. Boom. He's a guy that you mentioned, Coach Riley's mentioned this year. A lot of people know his name over the past few years. He stuck out during spring. He's got to make some plays in practice. Hasn't been able to translate that into games. What tells you it's going to be different with Boom this year?
I want to say the offseason. The offseason was huge for the receivers this year. Obviously we threw every day offseason before this, but I feel like it started to click more. The game started to slow down a little bit for him. He became more patient. He became more calm. So I feel like that'd be a lot different this year. And and the competition. Now the competition is really set high. I feel like he has no choice but to push himself.
Now I want to talk about another guy that I know you're close with. Larry Scott.
Oh, yeah, it's my man. It's my man.
Storm's face lit up when I said his name, and he says, a lot of people know about me and Brandin, but Larry's that third amigo right there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Larry, he's always on our hip. We're all on each other's hips. And, that was actually my first roommate when we came in. So, I met him before Storm, and then we was always close. And then we all became close. And all Larry needed was that opportunity. He had to get some things squared away. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL. He had a lot going on in life with his aunt passing. So it was time for him to lock down and get focused and show the coaches that he can make some plays, and he's been doing so.
He's been moving up the depth chart. What does he bring to the table? As a corner.
Man, that kid he's physical. His mental game is up there. He's so strong-minded, and that's one of the guys who I know I can trust. Playing there back there. Because if he get beat, he's not gonna break down. And that's the thing about Larry. He's really strong-minded, and that's what help him out a lot. And it's obvious he's athletic, or else he wouldn't be over there. But
Storm says Larry tells you every day, I'm ready for you, Cookie. I want
Yeah, I don't know about shit. I don't know about that. He got a pick today, so that probably boosts his confidence a little bit. So I'm gonna have to come shut that down a little bit. I'm just playing.
You mentioned how strong-minded he is. The last one for you. He's obviously come back from the ACL. Can you describe seeing him go through that comeback?
Well, actually, because we was roommates. Yeah. And when that happened, he always, he'd be going through it in bed. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and help him. And, it's times like, man, you know, is this really for me? Do I need to go back home? And it was one of those things, but you know, he always stayed in his Bible, and obviously as a close friend, I always stayed by his side. And I didn't know what it was like, so I couldn't say, you know, I know what it is. You know, I know the feeling. I just had to be there for him, and it was a long process because when he had came back last year, you know, he was so eager to get back on the field, and you know, his depth in the game wasn't, you know, he wasn't up there. You know, he wasn't playing at all actually at corner, so he had breakdown from that. And you know, he knew he had to keep pushing. And then he had a tragedy in his life and his family with his aunt passing, and you know, that brought him down a little more. But in that whole situation, you could tell that he stayed strong, and he kept referring back to me and his mom, and you know, you could start to see that smile come back up more and more. In the off season, he was amazing in the off season. He ran, had no excuses. He just did what he had to do, and once he got his opportunity, he played. No matter if it was 1 rep or 20 reps, he went out there and, you know, showed the coaches that, you know, the more reps you give me, the more I'm going to show you that I can play.
And a lot of guys know the name Larry Scott because the Pac-12 commissioner. He says that's kind of his nickname. Commissioner, right?
Yeah, the commissioner. Yeah, it's something like that. But you know, that kid, he's going to be great, and I feel like he's a sleeper, you know, on our defense that a lot of people gonna have to wake up to.